A deal for Antony to Manchester United is very, very close to happening, and he might be the first signing of Erik ten Hag at Manchester United. In this story, we are having the prospects of Amad Diallo and Pelestri. Are they in the plans of Erik ten Hag? Samuel Lucas, Manchester United correspondent to Manchester United Evening News, has really laid out the cat out of the bag on these two people. Then there is Marcus Rashford. We're talking Eriksen and Anton Martial in this episode. Our first episode of the day. Feel free to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel, which goes by names of the East, which goes by names of Manchester United Matters channel. Now, where should we start from? Because we have lots of things to talk about, but as you know, these stories have already been planned in there for you, and I go straight into the first one in there for you because protocol needs to be observed. So let's start with these young talents of Manchester United in there for you. Now, the first story of Manchester United we're talking about today is reported by Samuel Lucas of Manchester United Evening News. Figures at Manchester United do not regard Pelestri and Ahmad among Ten Hag prime attacking options. Now, to me, I really believe that a chance has been denied a player who goes by the names of Amad Diallo by United going out to sign a player who goes by the names of Antony in there for you. But you can understand what Erik ten Hag is on because he is not a manager of Ajax. Ajax can let you build for 2 years and yield for the next 2 years. United, amidst you building, you have to come in here and start showing results. However much you don't win the league, but you have to set the ball running. You have to put up something that every fan will know, oh, Erik ten Hag has arrived, and Erik ten Hag wants to bring in some players like De Jong and Antony who really know his style of play, such that he adds in a Danny Van Beek already knows it. Those are three, and the rest will come in to know what he is good about. That's why he wants in Eriksen, because Eriksen trained with Ajax before he joined Brentford, and Eriksen knows exactly what Erik ten Hag does all about in there for you. But the coming in of Antony, we really see to it that the likes of Pelestri and Amad Diallo are thrown away to another loan. But when you look at Pelestri, and I has been playing at the national team of Uruguay, doing assists for, was it Edson Cavani or Darwin Núñez? He's really an exciting player, guys. He's exciting. Amad Diallo is exciting too. I mean, it's the amount of money they bought him. And I will believe that if I really want to see that lad function at Manchester United, he needs a loan in the Premier League. Crystal Palace needed him, in particular Patrick Vieira, the manager of that side, of that London-based club. But United decided to loan him way out in Rangers, and he never really got enough playing time. So to me, I really believe that there are teams like Nottingham Forest, Fulham, Southampton, Bournemouth. Those two teams will be in need of services of Pelestri and Amad Diallo. Let's loan these players in the Prem. Why should we loan them into leagues outside the Premier League? Even if you loan them outside the Premier League, you won't benefit. You better loan them in the Championship. Look at James Garner. James Garner was in the Championship for 2 seasons. He played for Nottingham Forest. Now he's attracting almost very many clubs in the Premier League to go in and play there on loan. That's James Garner for you. So I think it was wrong for Manchester United to go out there and loan a player who goes by the names of Amad Diallo and Pelestri out of the Premier League or Championship. I believe it would have been better to loan them in the Premier League side, such that they really show us what they've got. Look at Gallagher. Everyone is talking that Gallagher is going to go in and Chelsea and really start, because he has been in the Prem against Crystal Palace. He has faced Liverpool and penalized Liverpool, Man City, Manchester United, and very many other teams. You get? So I really believe that this is something that United should change. Let these lads go and get a deal all alone in the Championship or the Premier League. I don't know what you guys think about it, but that was our first story of the day. Then we jet to our second story. It's all about Anton Martial. Samuel Lucas again talking about this, saying that Manchester United are braced for a prospect of Anton Martial still being at the club next season due to lack of offers. Sources say nobody's breaking the door down to sign him, Samuel Lucas. But this is so much bigger than to what came in from a side which goes by the names of Sevilla, because the president of Sevilla said that they really invested a lot of Antony Martial and it was a business that never really brought in returns. I admit, but injuries were all over him. Talent-wise, no question, but him lifting himself to the level he's supposed to be as he was in 2015, 2016 season and 2020-2021 season, where he scored close to 23 goals in his total league games and Europa League games at Manchester United. Antony Martial just needs a manager who is going to understand him, who is going to act like a father. There are players that really just need a father figure in their life. When you look at the problems Antony Martial is going through, the wife, in a space of like 5-6 years, 2 women have departed his life. We don't know the problem with him, but women are leaving him. Remember when Jose Mourinho just came in through, he said that Antony Martial is going through hell, and he was really thrown out of the starting 11 of Manchester United, and he never really had a very good season under Mourinho. And you saw to it that Mourinho had really given him a benefit of doubt, because when they were in America in the preseason, Mourinho used Antony Martial a lot, remember, penalizing a side which goes by the names of Real Madrid, and he went ahead to give him that opener in the Community Shield. I think United was playing which team? Was it Leicester City? Leicester City had won the Premier League and United had won the FA Cup, and United had to play Leicester City, and I think United went ahead to beat Leicester City. But Antony Martial was leading the line with Zlatan Ibrahimovic and it's Jesse Lingard. Or was it Juan Mata? I don't remember very well, but Mourinho had given him lots of chances. But I really believe if at all he really gets a person who can take him as a father figure and a real coach like Eriksen, who can sit him down and tell him, please look at yourself, you are very talented. The world needs to see your talent. And how are you going to let your world see the talent? Go ahead and do what you are supposed to do. So Antony Martial is going to start Manchester United, but it depends on whether there comes in a team that's going to buy him. No team can fail to buy Antony Martial, but the problem is he's on a contract of £250,000 a week. You get, and can United really allow to get in penalties from Antony Martial? They can't. So Samuel Lucas on Antony Martial, he has continued to say that Eriksen accepts he may have to utilize Antony Martial in some capacity if he is marooned at Old Trafford. Marooned means that if he's tied if you are tied somewhere and you are not allowed to move, you get. So if at all he's tied at Manchester United. But when you look at the options at Manchester United, he is really the best centre forward after Ronaldo at Manchester United. No one beats him, even if Marcus Rashford. And the story has been really put in the media right now. The next story we're going on at Marcus Rashford, that they think that Marcus Rashford is going to play through the centre due to the arrival of a player who goes by the names of Antony at Manchester United, because that deal looks like it's so much in advanced stages and it's going to happen. But Antony Martial under Eriksen is really going to be a revelation. He's going to be a different kind of player. He's talented. He is a player whose style of play lets other players get involved into the team. You saw him under Eriksen, under Ralf Rangnick, that game of West Ham that he won, when Rashford scored that late goal. You saw that combination between him, Cavani and Ronaldo, the way he accelerated when he got that ball to pass in Edison Cavani, and Edison Cavani laid that ball to find Marcus Rashford. That's what Martial gives you. He will so much be involved into secondary assists and assists in there for you. He's not a greedy player, and I was so much pissed one day on TV when I saw Mike Owen coming out and criticize Antony Martial that cannot be number 9 because he's not greedy. Mike Owen, get to know that Antony Martial only scores when he is the best position for him to score. That's what I like about him, not like Marcus Rashford. Rashford is a greedy person. You get, even when he's supposed to go on and really lay a pass to a certain player of his who is in a better position suited to score that goal, he won't do that. Mr. Mike Owen, you entitled to your own opinions, but you can't tell me that the best number 9 in the world should be selfish. Look at Lewandowski. He's not selfish. When he's the tight angle, he doesn't score. He lays out that ball and it counts as an assist to him. And at the end of the season, that's why we say that a player has been involved in 50 goals. Scored 40, he scored 30 and 20 assists. You get? Even an assist nowadays contributes a lot to a number 9. Look at Man City. They've not been playing with a number 9, but everything has been okay for them. And they managed to beat Liverpool that had won in the names of Diego Jota, and they really won the Prem. And now Samuel Lucas went ahead to say that sources close to Marcus Rashford have suggested he could play through the middle in pre-season, as United's preference is to sign a flexible forward. Ideally, Ajax's Antony rather than a striker in there for you. So as we get into this story, we attach it to Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial and Antony into one story. I really believe that this story is being put out by sources of Marcus Rashford, because Marcus Rashford's agent now knows that when United brings in Antony, he cannot compete with Jadon Sancho and Anthony Martial playing off that left flank. Right flank, Antony is going to go on and face Amad Diallo and a player who goes by names of this Swede player that really played very well under Ragnick, Anthony Elanga. So they are trying to insinuate and shed a picture to us that Marcus Rashford is being thought of as a centre forward. No way. No way. And if you are to talk about a person who is going to plus the silver at Manchester United, look no further than Anthony Martial, because he's going to come in and play better than Marcus Rashford. Rashford should go on and tussle it out with Jadon Sancho, because Jadon Sancho is so much skilled and talented, and Erik ten Hag is going to go for Sancho on any day. And Antony is going to be playing off the right flank, Sancho the left. Through the middle, it's either Ronaldo or Anthony Martial. So Marcus Rashford's season at Manchester United is really doomed, to me, according to me, because unless when he steps on that field of play, he really produces moments. If he does not really does that and do what we expect him to do, he is out of the pecking order, because Sancho and Antony are really different players altogether. And Anthony Martial and Amad Diallo and Anthony Elanga are also there wanting to come up and impress the coach. So it looks like the competition is going to be immense for Marcus Rashford. And those that love Marcus Rashford, guys, it's up to you guys to help to pray for your player to come in and really raise the standards, because favoritism ended under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This time round, it's what you put up on the field of play that really grants you a chance into the Erik ten Hag team. This is something I've been waiting for Manchester United, and I thank God that we now have it into our team. Now, we go to Eriksen. A story has been reported by Eriksen. He's a football reporter and transfer specialist from France, saying Manchester United wants to sign both Eriksen and De Jong. That's well known. And then Tom Buckley, who is a football senior writer at the Sun Football, come on and said Tottenham are set to swap a move for Christian Eriksen, who is linked to Manchester United, in there for you. And Thomas Frank says Thomas Frank tried to persuade Eriksen to stay at the club when they met for dinner. That is the president, I think, of Brentford. However, Man United have now stepped into to offer Eriksen an opportunity to play at Old Trafford next season in there for you. So that is a story that has been really broken by a man who goes by names of Hurst Class. He's a reporter for the Times in there for you, and he's been so credible in this summer. So United is pushing up for Eriksen, and they want him because he is coming on a free, and Erik ten Hag believes that he can suit very well in his system, especially when United is so much lacking in there for you. And before I really go into this story that is positive about Erik ten Hag coming to Manchester United, and another one being reported that United is going to be swapped off Eriksen by Spurs, I really believe that Fabrizio Romano came out and said it's not that. It's Manchester United into this, and Eriksen just needs to make his mind to see to it that he joins Manchester United there for you. But I don't believe Spurs are so much hungry to get in Eriksen. Yeah, because their system does not really enable a player like Eriksen to thrive. He plays with Conte plays with 3 defenders, 4 midfielders with 2 wing backs and 2 central midfielders. Then with 3 attacking people, Kulusevski, off the right, Song Hyun-myun off the left, and Hurricane leading the line. Where is Eriksen going to play? Because he cannot play with Eriksen in a double midfield pivot. He plays with Yefis Besuma and Bentaku, all Hogberg in there. So I don't see Eriksen fit well into that system of Antonio Conte. Now, when you look, so I rubbish off that story. I think the best place for Eriksen to come is Manchester United, and stories have been saying that United have been snubbed by Eriksen. I doubt that, because Eriksen, when you look through, these teams are variable. I think United has the best system for him to fit. United, when you're playing teams like Nottingham Forest, Fulham, the Brentfords of this world, you can decide to play with De Jong, if at all he stands for Manchester United, Danny Van Beek, Bruno Fernandes, and Eriksen in one team. Conte can't risk that. Conte can't risk that because he's not a risk manager. He really goes in for his 3-4-3, and he says security first or safety first in his system. Now, talking about Eriksen coming in at Manchester United, I really believe that he is one of the signings that if United is to announce this week, it's either Antony or Eriksen, according to me. According to me and the sources I'm really reading and how things are really flowing in there for you. And when you look at the market, the Glazers are really getting dividends. They're really getting dividends on Friday. You know that very well. So they need to cover it up with the big signing. That's why you see to it that United is so much in either Eriksen or Antony, and any of those deals is going to be announced before Friday in there for such that it covers up that news of them getting 11 million pounds. Gary Neville has really come out and really fumed at them that how come you go out and really gate out 11 million pounds out of the team when it's into a state over. We've just had our season ever. 58 points. Never in life have I seen United compete or accomplish a season with such points in there for you. So that is Gary Neville in there for you, and he said, no way. No way things are really going to happen the way you guys want them. You should not take up this money. But the Glazers are really so much good at marketing and really blindfolding people. They're really going to go in and accomplish a signing before Friday, and that's going to be the news, and they'll walk away with the 11 million pound dividends in there for you. So Rob Dawson has come out and said Antony is key target for Manchester United, and sources have said there is hope that a 40 million pound fee can be agreed between the clubs. That is the exact fee that a team which goes by names of Ajax is calling for. Those are 50 million euros. In pounds, 40 million pounds in there for you. So I know 40 million pounds will be a fee that won't be denied by side, which goes by names of Ajax, and I really believe that it's going to happen as reported by Rob Dawson. Rob Dawson is a correspondent of Manchester United at ESPN. Then we have ADNL, has close to 450,000 followers. He says Manchester United are preparing an offer for Antony. So you see it's building up, and in Brazil, they really told us that a bid was made in. There is hope within United that a deal for Brazil international Antony is in the region of 40 million pounds. That is Discomira. I'm trying to read them through before I really come up and give my analysis in there for you. Sources close to Marcus Rashford suggest that he could play through the middle. We've seen that. Then Antony is a name discussed internally at Manchester United, but Frankie de Jong remains a #1 priority. That was Fabrizio Romano in there for you. Then after Fabrizio saying that, we had a story coming in from The Sun. He's a Sun. He writes for the Sun paper and is a national correspondent. Said Man United are closing in on their first signing of the summer. That is with Antony moving from Ajax in a 40 million pound transfer in there for you. Then he went on and said United officials are set to arrive in Amsterdam to finalize a deal of Antony. Oh my God, that is happiness killing us in here for you. Now, Give Me Sport have just come out and said Manchester United are reportedly set to complete their first signing of Erik ten Hag era, with United officials in Amsterdam to seal the deal for Antony in there for you. A 40 million fee is close. Alright, I have read very many things concerning Antony in there for you, but the story came in from Goal Brazil that Antony and United had agreed personal terms, and United had really made a bid of, was it 35 million pounds, and Ajax rejected it, and now it's said that United officials have flown to Amsterdam to go on and see that deal of Antony come to a happening. This is a story coming in from a Manchester United correspondent for The Sun. Fabrizio says The name has been discussed in the board of Manchester United, and yesterday Samuel Lucas came out and told us that Erik ten Hag and Joe Motaf sat down and rubbished out all the targets, the scoutings that United had made for this summer. So Erik ten Hag has flaunted his new list, and this new list has De Jong, Eriksen, Julian Timber, Antony, which other player, and maybe a CDM or Sangare in there for you. So Erik ten Hag is really looking at Antony to come in at Manchester United. He wants to rejoin him as they were at Ajax, because Antony is really a very good player playing off the right hand side of the midfield, and I really believe that things are really going to be so much for Manchester United. But I would like to see a deal being closed by United before the end of this week, before Wednesday and Thursday. I really believe that we should close in a deal, because when you look at Arsenal competitors are really doing business. We and Chelsea are the ones who are dull. Man City, Julian Alves, Cucurella soon coming to Man City, and Erling Haaland. Those are 3 signings brought in. And remember, that is a team that won the Premier League. You get? And they were knocked out of the semi-finals of the Champions League. And the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, that's where they got out. Liverpool have sealed their signings. They brought in Carvalho from Fulham, Calvin Ramsey from a side which goes by names of Aberdeen, and Darwin Núñez. Those are 3 signings in there for a side which goes by the names of Liverpool. Arsenal, Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira, Rafinha is coming, Gabriel Jesus is coming, maybe Tielemans. So each and every person we are competing with is really busy to the market. We and Chelsea are still dormant, but when Chelsea get done with the sending away of that lady that was really handling business for Roman Abramovich, just know they are going to come crazy into this market. So I want to see United closing deals in there for you. I don't agree with people who say that United are not so good at closing deals, at closing very many deals at the same time. I ask you, where were you in the summer of 2020 when United brought in Amad Diallo, Pelestri, Cavani, and Alex Telles on the D-Day? 4 signings were made on the D-Day. So I don't want to hear anyone coming and telling me that United cannot bring in 4 players at once. We can. That is something I want us to see. Let Antony and Eriksen get done this week. Next week, we go in and bring in a central defensive midfielder and maybe De Jong at the end of this month in there for you. So your reactions are welcome to the comment section below. I've brought you all the stories in there for you, and maybe other stories are going to be brought in later. But Antony is close to Manchester United and is very close to coming to this team, and we are waiting for him to come in and do the needful in there for you. Tell him what to think about Marcus Rashford, Anton Martial, Antony, Pelestri, and Amad Diallo into this story has been covered by Rokan David onto Manchester United Matters channel. Endeavor to subscribe to our channel. I'm out.